Now, G7 leaders will discuss how to get vaccines to the world this weekend. Their issue isn't just supply, it is very clearly demand. Some governments are getting creative with incentives. In Serbia, they're offering the equivalent of $30 for receiving the vaccine. One district in Thailand is giving residents the chance to win a cow, one cow per week for the rest of the year. Not sure what you're going to put all of them, but anyway, and in the United States, President Biden said Americans will get free beer. That's an old trick if 70% of adults have at least one dose by July 4th. Katy Milkman is a professor at the Wharton Business School at the University of Pennsylvania. She's also the author of How to Change and joins me now live via Skype. This is just so perplexing. I really hope that in your background you can explain this to us, because the issue here is not so much people who are against vaccines or so-called anti-vaxxers. It is a much more nuanced thing. How do you incentivize these people?
Right. I like to call them the movable middle. These are people who have thought about it and decided maybe the costs don't quite outweigh, or the benefits don't quite outweigh the costs when they're thinking about getting a vaccine. Maybe they're not too concerned that they're actually going to get the coronavirus and have a really bad outcome, or maybe it's complicated to get the time off from work, or they're worried about the side effects and how they'll deal with that. So what's happening now is we're looking for ways to sweeten the deal so that the movable middle will come along and get vaccinated so we can reach herd immunity.
Yeah, and it is a key point, especially when we have all these variants floating around. But what works and why does it work? It has been pointed out many times on a serious note that there are parts of the world, entire continents, that do not have enough vaccines yet. And yet in some of our countries, we have to bribe people to take them.
Yeah, I feel that it is unfortunate. I share that point of view. But frankly, probably in lots of parts of the world, when they reach this many vaccinated, they will also start to see a drop off in demand and need to figure out what works. So we're just a little bit of ahead of the curve on that. And what we know is that these kinds of incentives can be very effective for changing health behaviors. And I'm particularly bullish about lottery incentives because people tend to get really excited about the potential of a big jackpot. It generates a lot of marketing buzz. And we know from behavioral economics that people tend to overweight the small probability of winning a lottery, right? We don't differentiate very well in our heads between, say, a 1 in a million chance of something and a 1 in 1,000 chance. And so hearing that you could win $1 million, people tend to value that chance more than the expected value in cash if it were just handed to them.
Yeah, it's so interesting, right? As you point out, in terms of behavioral economics. One thing that's always confused me is I kind of don't understand why a lottery or beer would work, and yet just that whole issue of convenience, maybe you don't need to bribe them, you just have to make it totally convenient. Why has it not worked to just say, look, we're going to give it to you, and then this means you can enter a concert, you can go into a place without wearing a mask?
Those things are helping, right? It seems like the data looks like these things are all contributing, and different people respond to different kinds of incentives. And that's really what is happening now is we're trying to understand what resonates with who, what creates benefits that are large enough to tip the scales for these people in the movable middle. And one thing is radical convenience, right? We're giving people free Lyft and Uber rides. We're trying to make the vaccine available at all hours of the day at your local pharmacy, hopefully eventually at your doctor's office. So that's great. I've done research showing simple text reminders can be an effective way, telling people we've reserved a vaccine for you seems like something that can help, scheduling them for an appointment. So there's a lot of different tools in our toolkit. And because this is such an important and urgent problem, it makes sense to be using all of them.
And again, this is a matter of public health. When we get to that issue, what do you find works? I mean, you talked to us about the lottery. Is it really just that issue of cold, hard cash that seems to work the best in whatever form?
It probably differs a bit for different people. So some people need to hear from a persuasive messenger, someone who they trust. It depends, honestly, what the barrier is for the individual. If you're nervous because you don't understand the vaccines, you may need to have a conversation with your doctor about the science and about why this really is safe and it's been well tested. If you have an issue with convenience, you have a job that isn't flexible in terms of its hours, then the most important thing for you might be making it possible to get this vaccine late on a Friday night or late on a Saturday night. If you simply don't see that the benefits are large enough because you think, I'm 18, I'm invincible and I don't need this, I'm going to be fine if I get this virus. If that's your mindset, then maybe we need to pay you cash or get you really excited about a big jackpot and how that could mean you could buy a yacht. So everybody has a different reason that they're not getting the vaccine at this point, who is still holding out. And all of these different tactics are a suite of approaches we can use, each with evidence behind them, to tackle the different barriers.
Yeah, and that's the key, right? There is evidence behind this, and that is going to work, especially, as you said, you get to that movable middle, in your words. Thanks so much. Really appreciate it. It's fascinating, really.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.